This video is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Hello, baseball fans. You're watching On Deck with Tyler Redmond.
Welcome back. Well, we are joined with former CSU pitcher and now current Atlanta Brave minor leaguer Kolton Ingram. Kolton, good to be with you.
Yeah, same here.
Kolton, so first off, let's talk about the most recent news. Of course, you recently signed a minor league deal with the Braves. If you could just talk to me about the excitement behind that and also just the process of what went into that.
Yeah, so obviously growing up, I was a big Braves fan and always went to the games and, played on the Little League team when I was younger. So it's all obviously a dream come true. Honestly, it took a lot to get to this position the past 2 years. Bouncing between other teams and, kind of getting DFA'd and claimed and pretty much getting the world tour of all 30 MLB teams. So this year I was finally able to elect free agency, and the Braves were honestly the first team that called and, pretty much put themselves out there and said, we want you. So it was kind of like a match made in heaven. So it was pretty easy decision.
Well, before we talk about the future, I want to talk a little bit about the past. I brought up the fact that you pitched for Columbus State. If you could just talk to me a little bit about how much that program meant to you and how much that helped you get to this point.
Yeah, so I wouldn't change my college career for anything. Great coaching staff, great teammates, great support staff. So Columbus State kind of gave me everything that I needed. It gave me the room to grow. Gave me what I needed to succeed at the next level. So, I always have love there, and Columbus is always like a second home for me. So, like I said, it's the world to me. Columbus State's the world to me. Coach Appleton, Coach Stires, Coach Collins, those guys are always in my corner. So it's always nice to be able to kind of go back to Columbus every once in a while and still, feel like it's home.
315 strikeouts in 3 seasons with Columbus State. That was part of the reason they recently inducted you into the Columbus State Hall of Fame. How much did that honor mean to you back in October?
Oh, it meant the world to me. Obviously, that's kind of what every college athlete strives for, is to, do well enough to be recognized into that college's Hall of Fame. So to get there was a huge milestone, obviously in my career. So just the fact they inducted me this early was awesome. I got to enjoy it with friends and family. So, it was always a moment I'll cherish forever.
Well, since you've left Columbus, you've made quite the name. We've been following you. Of course, you were drafted by the Tigers in 2019. You also spent time with the Angels. Was there a moment maybe in spring training that you were just starstruck by somebody?
Probably when I first got to the big leagues, looking around the locker room and, you're looking around, you see the big name guys, Ohtani and Trout and Rendon, and you see these guys and you're like, I'm on the same team as these guys. Like, so starstruck for a second, but then you have to get back to reality and be like, well, I belong here. And, I worked my tail off to get here. So time to stay.
We're hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. New Chevy Silverado 4x4 crew cabs, discounted up to $12,000 off. Brand new 2025 Chevy Equinox, compact SUV with high-tech features, discounted up to $4,000 off. Enjoy the holidays with no payments until springtime. Choose from 600 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
How big of a difference is it going from minor leagues to the majors? How big of a step is that?
I think it's the hardest thing in sports. I think the big bridge between, consistent everyday big leaguers and, fringe minor leaguers trying to make, a name for themselves. I think that's a huge gap. I think that you start to see that as you kind of spend more time in the big leagues and you kind of get around those guys, that it's such a big gap that, like, I don't think anything other professional levels compare to that.
Well, Colton, of course, the goal for you this year is to make it to the big leagues and maybe hang around in the Braves bullpen for the remainder of the season. There's definitely some holes. We know there's some injuries with Joe Jimenez. AJ Minter, I believe, is still, on the injury, trying to get healed up for this year as well. There's definitely some opportunities for you. How do you see yourself fitting into this bullpen and into this organization?
Yeah, so when my name's called, I'll be ready, and that's the goal for me right now, is just to make sure that I'm prepared for when that time does come. Um, Obviously, getting into the Braves organization and figuring out, how they run things, what they expect out of their pitchers, and kind of getting used to a new organization. I think that's the big thing. Um, and just really, really going forward, it's just a matter of executing the plan that they give you and doing the best you can.
Well, Colton, again, want to give you congratulations on signing to your hometown team, the Atlanta Braves, and hopefully one day we'll see you make it back to the show, and hopefully it'll be in a Braves uniform. We're all excited for you, and of course, congratulations again on making it into the Columbus State Hall of Fame.
I appreciate it.
This video has been brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Baseball fans, make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to this channel. As always, thank you for your support.